The craziness just never ends. Here's one with an interesting ending. It all starts when this teenage driver in his car full of teenage friends completely blows this stop sign so that he wouldn't have to yield to me. I honked to let him and his friends know that I saw what he did. They looked over at me after the honk. I correctly predicted what this greasy turd on wheels was going to do next. When we hit this straightaway, the truck in front of him gets up to 7 over the limit, but that just wasn't enough. His pass extends into an illegal passing zone. We all know he's not speeding way over the limit because he's in a hurry to make a deposit at the porcelain bank. Pretty soon he catches up to traffic again, and I catch up to him again. This is where it gets interesting. There's a small housing community up ahead, which is where he's most likely headed, and where most traffic ends up turning off to. I get the strong feeling that he was embarrassed that his D-bag driving didn't get him further, and that I still caught up to him. So, he pulls off the road before reaching that housing community, probably because he didn't want me to know where he lives. They all looked nervously at me as I went by. King Dumbass III is a royal pain in the ass. He's gonna pass on his reign of dum-dumhood to his heirs, if he hasn't already. He starts off by not using his turn signal when it's important. Oh, but now he uses it when it doesn't matter as much, and once again doesn't use it, or his mirrors. And all this just to slam on the brakes for a dash to the curb? Now he can't decide how far forward he wants to be. And then he stalls it, as he makes an illegal U-turn along with this guy too. His driving is more annoying than accidentally buying a pair of left-handed gloves, which on one hand is great, but on the other hand is just not right. This clip starts with an illegal U-turd. This work truck is blocking the straight lane, so this Camry driver is getting over past the truck where he can go straight from the correct lane. He's being cut off by this transit shuttle, who failed to yield, and is about to get cut off worse by dopey dingling Ditzy David, who's going straight from the left turn only lane. The lane markings mean nothing to his one brain cell. I was outside the car when I witnessed the end of a road rage incident. There was some middle finger flipping, and then this road rager did a hard brake check to the driver behind him, right as the road rager went to park his car. The camera didn't pick up the sound of tires screeching, and this is the driver that got brake checked. Meet One Ball Paul, and he actually has just one of everything. One eye, because he's so short-sighted, and one brain cell. He's illegally stopped in an active lane of traffic because he's preparing to do something else illegal. He's about to cut off this car as he whips an illegal U-turn across 4 lanes and onto a painted island which is illegal to cross. And then illegally uses that painted island as a left turn lane. Had a cop witnessed all of this, his stack of citations could have paid off California's budget deficit. I told you about One Ball Paul's one eye and one brain cell, but you're probably wondering about his one ball. Well, we have to be somewhat classy here, so we can't talk about that. One day when I was taking a break, I decided to get my daily steps in by walking up a steep hill on Hyde Street. I heard a car full of loud, obnoxious guys turn onto Lombard Street, so I walked down Lombard to see what they were doing. Even though they weren't driving very fast, it's still really stupid to hang out of a moving car. Maybe this mentally shipwrecked half-wit will learn that someday. One morning, my wife and I were taking care of business at an office. When we went to leave, we were greeted with this. There was nobody in the car, and bystanders were starting to gather. Either the driver had dementia, or the driver was too lazy to park it in all the way. The police were called for a check on the driver. The officer eventually located the driver, who claimed that he did park all the way in and that his car somehow rolled out. How believable do you think his explanation is? Let me know in the comments below. This is one of the most crazy road rage incidents we've ever captured. Ragey Ralph is merging onto northbound Interstate 80 in Richmond and aggressively cuts across lanes into a more open lane. As we get closer to Pinole, Angry Andrew tries to cut him off. Then this happens. It's not over yet. Angry Andrew wants more. He's gonna slow way down and block traffic so that he can yell at him. He needs to wipe his mouth because there's still a bit of bullshit on his lips. And now Ragey Ralph is going to retaliate by changing lanes close to Angry Andrew's bumper. After this, I pretty much lost sight of them and have no idea what happened next. Good thing I was paying attention here, because two drivers ran the red light ahead of the responding fire truck.
You should always stop anyway.
I am.
No matter where you are. Wow, that guy should have stopped.
I know.
It's debatable about whether the first guy should have pulled ahead and over to the right curb, but the second guy absolutely did not need to run the red light for the fire truck. He had space to pull to the right, and the fire truck still would have had room. His driving properly someday is about as likely as cockroaches having their own space program.
On the campaign. Her family came to the U.S. as refugees from Afghanistan in the mid-'80s. Her views are so radical that Daniel Greenfield, a front page...
Prices for parts and labor are huge. Now, that's where our friends at CarShield come in. Is they will insure your car, it's basically what it is, against expensive car repairs. They cover over 5,000 parts and systems.
What are we doing?
That means if you break down on the road, they're going to take care of that expensive repair for you, but you've got to call them before that happens. CarShield got today rating from the Better Business Bureau, and they have experienced phone representatives.
Damn it, idiot.
Roofing and heating and air contractor gets the job done with esprit de corps and honor. Work hard to keep your word. That's what we do every single day. Zero down, 0% interest, and zero payments for 18 months. El Nino is coming. Call Semper Solaris and get your roof inspected today. Visit SemperSolaris.com or call 415-354-20.
Ran that stop sign.
The camera's in a left turn lane, and the light is red. Ignore this green light over here. That's a light for bicyclists in the bike lane. Dum-dum dick-faced Dingleberry Davidson is a huge fan of red is the new green. People like him never fail to fail.
What are you talking on? What are you doing?
The camera is holding back right here to give the cyclist some room, like he's supposed to be doing. But intellectually impaired, ignorant Isaiah doesn't like that. The traffic light is changing. The camera makes it through, but ignorant Isaiah runs the red. He He then proves that once a douche, always a douche. Instead of being in the correct lane ahead of time, he makes a dive all the way over in a sketchy move. He's briefly on the wrong side of the street before he reaches the left turn lane. A parting honk from the camera, and ignorant Isaiah tries to get the last word.
Jesus fucking Christ, spider truck.
It's justlunchchicago.com. Call 312-881-5225 to learn more.
Hey, Charmin, we heard you shouldn't talk about going to the bathroom in public, so we decided to think about it.
No cradle? Yeah. What is that guy doing?
All the ones with the wheels that were painted to match the body.
Yeah.
That was cool. That was
They
a,
were
that was a
crushing.
very cool area.
What is this
Terminator for
nut
sure.
job
Terminator
doing?
Cobra is probably my favorite.
Yeah,
Mustang
no,
thing
you
they
gotta
did.
go now,
It was
bud.
designed or updated by Camilo Pardo.
What the hell are you doing? You
There
can't.
are no side skirts, but massive. Just turning on the radio.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's
Throw
gonna be
the baby out with the bathwater just because they wanted to stop you from doing a little hand release.
You know what?
That ain't a lane. What you doing?
Really?
Yeah.
Well, what's a Japanese breakfast to you?
No,
No. You're gonna want to meditate while doing the CrossFit.
No, that's not how meditation works.
Oxytocin treatments. You
Now,
meant to honor
Hannah.
the breakfast.
No.
What? But you love breakfast burritos.
At 12 o'clock.
At 12 o'clock. Like tuna is
Mayonnaise.
just mayonnaise, right?
Yeah.
That's probably
Whoa,
40% mayonnaise.
dude.
All that mayonnaise, that extra mayonnaise on top of it.
Buddy, you jaywalking. Buddy, you fucking...
Alright guys, there's a lot more exciting content to come, so be sure to subscribe, hit that bell icon, drop a comment below, give us a thumbs up and share. Also, check out some of our other videos. Thank you for watching.